So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 54 of Crypto Waffle. Today's topics are the truth behind Bitcoin's 256 problem, Grayscale's Doge and XRP ETF debuts, and the bear market toolkit. What to do if you think it's a bear market. Which one would you like to start with first, sir?
Should we start with the DOGE ETF?
Yeah, that launched today. I like the ticker, by the way, for the Grayscale one. It's GDOGE. I like it. Obviously, we won't get an in look into flows or anything until tomorrow. I would have thought, but we can look at. I'll tell you what, we can look at XRP inflows. So let me go over to here. Can you see that? Okay.
XRP now have ETFs as well.
Yes, they have done for a while. Theirs was out a while ago.
Okay.
But as of the 21st of November, as you can currently see, XRP's spot ETFs would have a cumulative in total net inflow of 422 million as of current. And I just want to make sure on our thing, because on our recordings, when we look back, sometimes when we share screen, we can't see us.
Oh, so you want to wait and watch it?
I just want to see if it actually shows the screen. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for us.
These technicals.
Yeah, just making sure the technical difficulties are okay.
Oh gosh, it's going to be ages. You've only just started in your one.
No, this is me reading out the topics.
In the meantime, are we in a bear market?
No, don't be silly. I don't know what planet you're on, mate, but it's not the same one I'm in.
Fear and greed has gone down to 12.
Yeah.
Extreme fear.
Not looking good, bruv.
That's like always a massive indicator of a time to buy.
Yeah. But I mean, anyway, on the subject, I'm going to keep... If you see me flicking screens, that's what I'm doing anyway. I'm looking here to see if we can see ourselves whilst looking at this, okay? But this is where, so if you don't know how to track inflows of ETFs and whatever, come over to So Value. You've got all of them now. You've got HBAR, you've got Litecoin, you've got the new one, Doge. You can see Solana, and then you can see XRP.
Solana's got more inflows than XRP?
Yeah, what I'd expect it to be honest.
Because it's been around longer? The ETF's been around longer, I mean?
I don't... Possibly. Although XRP still seen a fair amount. Not to say it hasn't seen anything. Obviously, then you can see your ETH and you can see Bitcoin as well. But it'd be interesting to see what Doge is by the end of tomorrow, if any. Because if we go to the trading view and we look on it, we go to GDOGE, we have just had one big green dildo so far. As you can see, since open, we're up approximately 7% at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see.
Surely that just tracks. No. Why would that go up or down? Why would the ETF value go up or down?
I think it just tracks, you say, it just tracks Doge. So if we go to, Doge is up 5%, so give or take is about the same, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what sort of flows we get. XRP's obviously been seeing some flows. I think it'd be interesting to see what Doge gets. Although I think I'd like to say down by the end of Christmas, I think we'd be present. I'd like to see this above 50 million quite easily. But who knows? I mean, it's taken a while for ETH to get to 12, XRP to 422 and sold to 510.
Wait, no, ETH is billions though, isn't it?
Yeah, 12 billion now.
Yeah.
XRP and Sol still haven't done a billion. Well, nearly between them they have.
Yeah.
But other than that, not much else. How can we still not see ourselves? What's going on then? Oh, there you go. So it can see us.
Yeah.
I can hear myself. I need to mute myself there. But yeah, that's those ETFs.
So what does a Doge ETF mean for the price of Doge? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? What should
Well,
people be
effectively, an
doing?
ETF is just giving it for people that don't know how or can't be asked to set up accounts, i.e., a Coinbase account, Crypto.com, Binance, whoever it may be. It's giving people an option to own it through one of their. I don't know if you could get it in a 401k, but stock accounts, effectively in TradFi world. I don't know if we'd be able to get access to that here in the UK for our ISAs. But
Yeah.
it's
So is it
giving.
US only? Is it
I
open
don't
to?
know. I'd have to have a look. But it's giving other people other options to get into stuff effectively. But yes, I do think overall it is good because obviously now that we've got Bitcoin ETFs and it's been, when did we have them? October 23.
Yeah.
Like we've seen massive inflows and outflows of that, and I would say net they've been good for the Bitcoin price. So I think for every ETF that we get one for a crypto, whichever one it is, I think ultimately they will end up being a benefit rather than a negative.
Do you think having ETFs has affected where or when we get our alt season? Do you think that the Bitcoin ETFs made it so that we haven't had our altcoin season when we usually would get
No,
it?
I think when we get it though, it could definitely enhance it.
Okay.
Just because people won't have to go through that process. Oh God, I've got to create a Binance account. Oh God, I've now got to store my keys. Oh God, where am I going to write this down? They could
Yeah,
just
but
log
then
on to their wherever it is and buy it.
but that would only be for a few altcoins, right? So if we do have an
At the
alt
moment,
season,
yeah.
that'll be Solana, XRP, Litecoin, HBAR, Doge, and a few
Then
others.
again, if you're totally new to this space and you see you've got a small select few you can access via a normal account, you will likely just buy one of them rather than actually signing an account up.
Yeah,
And that's not to mention that we've probably got more in the pipeline on their way.
yeah. Which out of those ones has got the smallest market cap? The ones that are on so value.
I believe it's probably HBAR. I think it's between HBAR and Litecoin. So Litecoin's market cap is currently 6.5 billion, and HBAR's is 6.2. So they're pretty similar.
29th
Yeah.
and 31st. So
Yeah.
some projects that have got a bigger market cap but don't have an ETF, interestingly, I would say are Monero,
Hype, I'd say
Hyperliquid,
as well.
Hyperliquid, yep.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I don't think they're going to do a Monero one because of the whole controversy of it being a privacy coin.
because of the privacy coin, yeah, right. So what
Yeah.
about Hyperliquid?
Yeah, I think they do a Hyperliquid one at
You
some
think
point.
Hyperliquid get one? Cardano?
Possibly. It wouldn't
I would have
surprise
thought
me.
Cardano would have been one of the first ones to get it. If you're talking about like a risk off crypto,
Um,
Cardano's
what else is there?
boomers love Cardano.
What about Tron?
Tron seems a bit murky to get a ETF.
Yeah, but Justin Sun's friends with Trump now.
True, true. So
And
then Tron
BNB.
and then BNB. BNB is
Yeah.
the obvious one.
What is this? Where's all this stuff come from that's like in the top 20? This figure,
I don't
Helo,
know. I have no
this
idea.
white Bitcoin. What is that?
Whitebit's an exchange. They're a big exchange.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they're just not here.
Yeah.
Not in. I think they're Asian.
Oh, fair enough.
And the
Yeah,
others
like,
are wrapped. Bitcoin
I think
Cash,
you might get like a hype Chainlink XLM. Um, Sui
yeah.
potentially. Wouldn't surprise me if you got a World Liberty Finance.
I think to get an ETF, surely your project had to have been around for a certain amount of
Oh yeah,
time.
I would have thought so. But then again, it would not surprise me if any of those ones that are close to Justin Sun, CZ, Trump, anyone was to get something.
Little bit of a corruption coin going on. Little bit of a
Yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me at all. I
yeah.
think overall they are generally a good thing for assets. I don't think they're going to be a bad thing at all.
BlackRock USD
It's all the stable coins.
Yeah, crazy.
So do you
Yeah,
think there'll
so
be a net positive for all assets, or do you think there's some negatives in there as well?
what, the ETFs?
Yeah.
I think they're a distraction. I think the ETFs are a bit of a distraction. I think that
Yeah.
they are making crypto accessible to people. Meanwhile, them actually being accessible to people is becoming a bit more difficult. So they're kind of pushing everybody through the regulated door, which isn't really what crypto's about. And I think that makes it a little bit frustrating when the unregulated door is being closed off and the regulated door is being opened, because I struggle to trust these governments and the people that throw down this regulation. So it's a bit of a worry. But I mean, it makes number go up, and it will make number go up quicker. The only problem is it gives them a chance to manipulate, and I feel like this cycle has been easily the most manipulated cycle we've ever had.
Is that just because it hasn't followed previous cycles? Are you saying
No,
that?
no,
Or
it's because not only because it hasn't followed previous cycles, but mostly because of the whole Trump thing, like releasing his own meme coin just
yeah.
outside of hours, and the issue that we had when he done the tariffs just outside of hours, and the kind of sneakiness behind some people would put down some massive shorts just before he made his statement.
Yeah.
Um, I, I think you'll struggle to find anybody who disagrees that him and those close to him have made a fortune out of crypto with information that they're not really supposed to trade on, or they wouldn't be allowed to trade on in
Yeah.
the traditional markets. And I think that's why we've seen some strange behavior. And that, I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that's just a fact. We've seen liquidation cascades off of news that's not really news, and we've seen liquidity get sucked out of markets to chase after Trump coins and stuff like that. So that this has never happened before. We've never had a sitting US president who is happy to fleece retail, but today we do. So
Yeah.
it has led to, I would say, the most manipulated market that we've had.
I
In
mean, I've
crypto.
just asked Grok how much money has the Trump family made from crypto since his presidency, and it's got some numbers here. So it reckons from the Trump digital trading cards, they've made this estimate 4 million to 7 million. NFT royalties about $1 million. Additional NFT collection series, the World Liberty Finance launch, around 20 to 35 million. World Liberty Finance tokens, as well as Trump token and Melania token, estimate 800 million. And then ongoing World Liberty Finance / Trump sales and American Bitcoin mining that estimate to make 200 to 500 million. So
Okay.
grand total, he's probably had about 1.3 billion in pre-tax profits.
That's not including any shorting that he was doing on
No, that's
hyperliquid or
not including Eric Trump's trading.
no. So a couple of billion.
Yeah,
Not bad work if you can find it as a 70-year-old.
right. And he's only been in presidency for what, 9 months?
Yeah.
Was it back end of 24 he got in?
Yeah. So just about a year then, right?
Yeah, near enough a year he's coming up to.
Just about a year.
Time flies, doesn't it?
So yeah, so the president comes in, makes 2 billion off of us. Hasn't happened before, and I think the markets have moved around accordingly, and we've seen it, we've felt it. So yes, we haven't had the markets haven't moved the way I wanted them to move, but to be honest, I don't think they ever have. I don't think there was ever, maybe 2021, just after COVID, that was like quite obvious. That was, everybody knew what was happening then, and it happened. But prior to that, it was always, oh my gosh, this is happening. Oh my gosh, that's happening. Oh my gosh, this is happening. So it's always kind of done the unpredictable. But these are the markets. This is crypto, I guess.
Yeah, welcome to our world.
Yeah, TIC.
So what's this Bitcoin's 256 problem? What is that? That to me sounds like technical talk.
Oh, all the numbers, right?
Yeah.
So everybody is worrying about quantum computing.
Right.
Now,
Yeah, I've heard
quantum
this
computing.
narrative. I haven't done much on it because some of the people I've basically watched have just said, look, that's 10, 15 years away, potentially.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, I'm not so sure. Because what
Right.
I've realized in the last few months is that a knucklehead like me can make an application. Okay, it will be buggy as heck and it might fall apart and be easy to hack or whatever. But I can make an application in a couple of minutes now. And if I can make an application in a couple of minutes, these mega brains are, if they can harness this, which they probably can by now, they're probably becoming 10 to 20 times more efficient than they were before. Now, if the engineers are 10 to 20 times more efficient than they were before, and quantum computing is mostly a technical problem as opposed to a physical problem, chances are we could move this timeline forward by 5x maybe, which means a 5 or 10 year in the past outlook becomes a 1 year or 2 year into the future outlook. I think this quantum computing thing may turn up a lot quicker than we expect it to. In fact, it almost certainly will turn up a lot quicker than we expect it to. And when it does, is Bitcoin ready? So the 2 points where quantum computing affects Bitcoin is in the signature scheme and the algorithm. Now, the signature scheme is something, we use something currently called ECDSA or something like that. And once quantum computing comes in,
And is that
that
for
signature
signing
scheme.
transactions, is it?
Sorry?
Is that signing transactions when you say
Yeah,
for
yeah,
signing?
sorry. The signature scheme is what makes your private key and your public key kind of connect with each other. So your private key can sign a transaction based on this type of cryptography. So your private key is connected to your public key, right?
Yeah.
So public key is my name and private key is my secret. And with my secret, I can move my Bitcoin. Now, when quantum computing breaks the links between those secrets, I should be able to derive or create or figure out a private key by just having a public key, which will mean if you tell me your address, I can then figure out the private key. I can then spend the money. So at that point, Bitcoin broken.
Yeah.
Now, there are already some signature schemes that are somewhat quantum resistant, allegedly. And Bitcoin doesn't have those yet. But moving to those signature schemes is somewhat trivial. Now, the second part, which is, I think, a bigger problem than we're realizing yet, is the mining algorithm. So currently, Bitcoin uses a proof of work mining algorithm, which is based on, let me get this right. What
is it, the technical term?
Yeah. Let me get this right. So that's the SHA-256.
I was going to say that, but I was thinking, I think that's wrong. So I'm not going to say it. But
So that's why I wanted to make sure, right? So there was previously a SHA-128, but that got broken. But then SHA-256 came in and that's stood the test of time. But it's widely accepted that when quantum computing comes in, SHA-256 will be broken. So Bitcoin's mining algorithm will be broken. Okay, no big deal. We can move to another one. Right. Now the question is, how? How do you move to another mining algorithm? Now, currently, the problem is that all of the miners use these things called ASICs. Now, an ASIC is basically a custom built chip which does nothing but mines Bitcoin. That's what it does, right? That's its reason to exist. With these ASIC miners, they can't do anything but mine Bitcoin. And there's millions or probably billions of dollars worth of these ASIC miners now contributing hash power towards Bitcoin. You can't just render them useless because they're not like graphics cards where, okay, if we're not mining, at least we can play Fortnite, or if we're not mining, we can play League of Legends. With these things, you can't even run Windows on them. They just...
Would you not be able to go and mine something else other than Bitcoin with them?
You can, but who gives a damn? You can go and mine some other 256 project, but once quantum computing's arrived, it's broken. So effectively, no, you can't. Because once 256 is broken, all of these ASICs that were built to mine 256
rendered useless.
Rendered absolutely useless. Okay, so that's the ticking time bomb. So how do we then move from that to another mining algorithm? And what mining algorithm do we move to? And this is where the problem is. And this is where I think there's going to be a mighty battle and a long argument. And I think the argument might take longer than Bitcoin has. So when we had the argument about block size, which was half the problem that this is.
And when was that? Just to remind everyone.
2017. That's what's birthed Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
When we had that problem, it took years for people to say it out loud it's a problem and for people to start discussing how to fix this problem and which direction we should go in. With Bitcoin at the moment, we're not even really discussing which direction we should go in. A lot of people are like, oh, quantum computing is miles away. Hopefully it is. Maybe it's not. And we're not really considering that if we do just switch off all of these miners and try to move to something else, there will be a period of time where there is a lot less hash power. So we're going to have to phase it in, which means we have to run a mining algorithm alongside SHA-256 until that gets up to speed fast enough or with enough compute behind it that we can say, okay, we'll drop 256 off. I don't know that we will be able to do that in time.
i.e. we won't have everyone agree on something to then move forwards.
Yep. Agree on it and then get enough computing power behind it to
is there no way of making SHA-256 stronger than it already is?
No.
But keeping that same thing?
You can't. No, you would have to change. So the algorithm is the algorithm. So you could modify it, yeah, fine, but you would still have to change. And all those ASICs would be worth nothing. There's not a way to change it a little bit and the ASICs still work with it. They are literally one-trick ponies. They are just that. They just do that. So even if you change it to SHA-512, let's say, which would be the natural next progression, all those other ASIC miners would then be rendered useless. Now, these companies that build these, like Bitmain and all these other guys, these are massive players in the Bitcoin ecosystem. So if there's an argument to be had, best believe they've got the money and the unionization to make their point
heard,
crystal clear, and the majority view on places like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. They'll have all the influencers saying what they want to be said. So I think that there's a good chance that we stay with SHA-256 for too long because it benefits these big miners. And then we try to pivot and then it's too late.
So you reckon we could be in for some sort of hack?
Yeah.
So in that case, you wouldn't own any Bitcoin, correct?
Still do. Yeah.
Right. So being the devil's advocate here, if you think we're going to get hacked, where are you then going to move that money from that's sat on Bitcoin?
Then you start to look at projects that have a different mining algorithm and an interesting or useful mining algorithm that is somewhat quantum resistant. So let's look at Zcash, for example.
Is this quantum resistant?
We'll have a look. In real time, we'll have a look. But
So
what
how can
has
us
been...
normies or me, because I have no idea how to look for something that's quantum resistant other than asking Grok or someone, how do you go about looking to see if a project is potentially quantum
All
resistant?
right, so we'll say, I will do the same, right? I will ask Grok. Yeah, let me ask Grok. Is Zcash mining quantum resistant? I've got a feeling it is. Partially. Okay. So it's partially, but it's ASIC resistant. And that means that they can move over to another mining algorithm a lot easier without rendering billions of dollars of hardware to be obsolete. Now, recently, what we have seen is Zcash's price flying up. Now, I don't know. Sometimes I have these thoughts and I'm not the first one to have them. And other people probably just had the thought and actioned it. They're like, right, I need to move my money into something that is not going to be as affected by quantum.
Yeah.
I suspect that is why we have seen this almighty rise in Zcash. That's what I suspect. Spookily, it kind of ties in with Bitcoin's pullback, but correlation does not equal causation.
Yeah.
But I suspect that's why. Because although Zcash is a privacy coin, yeah, it's so what? And if it was the privacy angle, why haven't we seen the daddy of privacy coins, if I can find it, old Monero, why haven't we seen that do the same thing?
Because if I would have
But
thought if that was the case, they'd all be moving together now.
but Monero is another one which is ASIC resistant. So Monero is another one which I think quantum doesn't hurt as much as it would hurt Bitcoin, but it hasn't moved the same. So there's an argument against it. Another one, which is also a privacy coin and also somewhat ASIC resistant, which had an almighty run, possibly
Yeah.
on the back of privacy, was Firo. It's recently retraced all the way back and is now sitting at around $3. So where would I go if I believed quantum was an issue? The answer would have been Zcash
Yeah.
prior to this, but this giant move means you can't really go near it. So it would probably be the likes of Monero and Firo.
What's Grok said, by the way?
Grok has said no full quantum algorithm breaks equihash, like Shaw's on elliptic curves, niche quantum. So what it's saying is that there's a general solution called equihash.
Right.
And with equihash, you can't use quantum to speed it up. You can't use your multiple lined up bits to race through it. So it bottlenecks it. Offers higher resistance.
Have you had a conversation about SHA-256 with Grok or anything?
No.
I think you should, and then let us know.
Okay.
Because you've got the technical knowledge to have that sort of discussion with it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this morning, right? And previously, I used to have a really good developer friend, Kayaba. He's off working on he works on Monero now, and he's like proper smart, right? Knows all of this stuff. And I would generally just annoy him with these stupid questions. And he'd be like, "Oh, cryptocurrency, man, I don't want to answer." But now I've got AI. I can literally just bug AI, and it will give me the answers.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that is the elephant in the room, is that this quantum issue is not an issue if it's 5 years away.
Yeah.
If it's 2 years away, it's an issue. I think it might be 3 or 4 years away. Um, AI has moved the goalposts, and I think that much we should all.
So in your discussion with Grok or whoever you have a discussion with, you'd have to let us know prior to next week.
Yeah.
Is it worth asking something along the lines of, is there no way to pivot the ASICs chips to make them not irrelevant?
Oh, that much I know that you can't.
Right.
In the event of quantum computing, can you make ASICs useful for something else? Oh, hell yeah, yes, absolutely. The billions of ASIC will instantly become useless for mining, but most of it can be repurposed profitably. Here are realistic and ready demonstrated options. Ah, right. Okay, so apparently, if you moved over to Equihash, you can use the same miners to do Equihash if they use 256.
And what is Equihash?
Equihash is like the quantum resistant version of SHA-256.
So you could use the chips to help against the quantum hack. Is
Yeah.
that what it's saying?
Well, you can use them in the algorithm that is quantum resistant. Yeah. I don't I I don't know. After Zcash upgrades, a lot of miners have moved over to Zcash. So that might be. There's a lot more to this, but I'm quite sure that this Zcash push was not actually a privacy push. It was a
Just a rotation push.
rotation.
Yeah, so people have caught the gist of it, bolt, and then basically, because the attention is all on Zcash, everybody's rotated to it.
Yeah.
And then they've used that privacy push as the narrative.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, people have just made a narrative, haven't they?
And then if we're following that narrative of the OG selling in Q4, all the OGs know what Zcash cash is. So they'd also be happy to go straight into that.
And all the OGs would also remember how painful it is for Bitcoin to do anything change wise.
Yeah.
They'll all remember it's hard for it's going to be hard for Bitcoin to choose another algorithm. Hard.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Yeah. So that's the elephant in the room. That's the seemingly huge problem of how will Bitcoin survive after
So
quantum.
what will you do then? Is there any way you're hedging against this?
No, I'm playing chicken with it. I only thought of this like a few days ago. But I'm playing chicken with it for now.
So it's just going to be niggling onto the back of your head.
It's literally, it will be. It's going to be bugging me, and Oh my gosh, I'm hoping that we get a heads up, and I feel like if we do, so for example,
What would
if
the heads up be though?
some company might come out and say, listen, we've managed to do this, so we've managed to get this step closer to quantum
Right.
computing. And I think if we get that, and it's a big step, I think we might have like a deep seek R1 moment where everybody's like, shit the bed, quantum computing is only around the corner, and Bitcoin is nowhere near ready for it.
Mm,
I need to move my money.
yeah.
Such a thing happens.
So where would you move it to though? Like, okay, let's say it happens tomorrow. Where are you moving it to?
Zcash.
But why Zcash?
Because I think that all the people who have
Why not ETH
seen,
or Sol or
oh yeah, well of course you could.
BNB?
That's a good point. Yeah, or ETH. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot. I think a lot will go to ETH. I think a lot will go to ETH. Good point. So yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to only consider the proof of work coins. We can also consider the
Proof of stake.
proof of stake coins. So
Are,
yeah,
are they safe from quantum computing?
of course, because they don't have proof of work. They don't use calculations. They just use how much money each or how much stake everybody's got to build their new blocks.
Right. Wow.
So yeah, so I would say more than likely.
More doom and gloom to add on to the market sentiment. I like it.
Well, I think it's more of an opportunity than doom and gloom.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's more
think
of
it
an
will present
opportunity.
opportunities, definitely.
Yeah, because the story might come out, but then within 24 hours, one of the lead Bitcoin developers might say, here's the plan. Who's
Yeah.
with me? And everybody might unanimously agree, let's follow the plan. Um, that's never happened in the history of Bitcoin ever,
Yeah.
apart from maybe in the early days when they rolled back the chain. But other than that, I don't think it's ever happened. And can't really see it happening again, but you never know. You never know.
Well, let's see.
But yeah,
Anyway, let's go into our final topic after going off on a bit of a tandem there. Quantum computing wasn't one of the topics, but I suppose it's still relevant.
yes, that is the 256 problem, is that quantum computing will come and it will break Bitcoin's mining algorithm. And after that's broken,
Right. So then, as you alluded to at the start, bear market toolkit. Now, are we, Crypto C, in your opinion, in a bear market still?
yes,
You think we're in one? You think
yeah,
we're fully in it? You think all rips should be sold and that we're going down to, I don't know, 50K, 60K?
no.
Right.
I think we're in a bear market, but I don't think a bear market means what it used to mean. I think now what we need to have, like with a recession, we need to have some hard and fast rules for what a bear market is.
Right. So,
Um,
what is your definition of bear market?
let's say 3 monthly closes in a row that are down.
3 monthly closes.
Yeah, in a row that are down.
But then last cycle we had. So when you say closes, you mean red candle closes?
Yeah. From
So
now on, from
last
now
cycle
on,
though,
yeah,
on
but from now on, because I don't think cycles are going to last the way they used to last. I think those days are done, right? 4 year
right,
cycle, dead, out the window, right? So now I feel like we might have these smaller phases where we
like
have,
mini cycles.
yeah, or we might even have some long cycles, we might have some mini cycles, but we're not going to have 4 years, 4 years, 4 years, 4 years like we used to, because we
Yeah.
haven't had our 4 year cycle this time around. So I feel like we're in a bear market, but I think we're going to have a small bear market. Um,
Right.
Last month, this month, next month, maybe January, and then off we go. Another bull
So you,
market.
so really, it's a pullback within a broader bull market. because just looking at it from a
Yeah, but I guess you could say, with that logic, you could say there's never been a bear market then. They've all been pullbacks within a
yeah,
broader bull
and
market.
the only reason why I say that is so if we look at you said 3 red candles. So last cycle, as you can see here, we had 1, 2, 3 candles red, and then we ripped to just a tad new all-time high, right, of that,
Mm,
and then we had our 3 down. We had our dead cat bounce and another 3 down.
yeah.
Now, usually, so like bear market, in my eyes, is a plus 40% correction in Bitcoin and a long drawn out period of sideways chop before forming some sort of base before then rallying, which is usually, or used to be, the start of the new cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, like we really would, and we'd also, for me, have to lose this higher low structure as I've marked out. So if we were to lose around that 74k ish, give or take.
Hmm.
But yeah, so prior highs for a 40% correction, yeah, we need to lose that 74, really, for me. To say, okay, we could be looking at 40k, 50k Bitcoin, something like that.
So, here's the thing, right? That that assumes that we've entered a bear market, and then the bear market lasts another 12
Yeah.
months, 18
No, but
months.
the thing is, bear markets are usually over quicker than you think they are.
If we lose 74 on your chart and we go back down to that
Oh,
60,
you've likely missed the. You've likely sat through the worst of the bear market already.
right? And
Like
how long do you
realistically,
think it takes for us to test all-time highs again? Do you think we test all-time highs again in summer next year?
probably not. You'd be looking at 27.
Regardless of all the printing that's going to happen next year?
That's what I'm saying. For me, I don't think we're in a bear. So if that was the case and we lost 74, right,
Yeah.
and we supposedly go into this bear market and we have some sort of event or whatever it is, the likelihood of us actually ending up higher down the line a year out or so, I would say, is a much higher or more likely to happen than not, because we know what their immediate action is when anything happens: print money. Because, and like I say, the worst part about this is if you have managed to sit through price action until we break 74k, you've likely sat through half of what could probably be the bear market. And now, from my point of view, me being young, having some sort of income, right, I don't really care because I know what I need to do and did it last cycle. You keep working, you buy the dips when you have spare capital, and you buy high quality assets. That's it.
Agreed. Agreed.
And I think anyone, I think for people within crypto, now tell me if I'm wrong, not financial advice, but if you have some sort of income, there is no need for you to be panicking.
Right. But
As long as you're not 75 and on your deathbed.
but I wanted to buy a yacht, sir, and I wanted to buy a
Yes. Well,
castle.
that I'm afraid you need to get that out of your head and go down to the local store, Decathlon store, and buy yourself a rubber dinghy. Stick that in a blow up paddling pool. See if that floats your boat. Because unfortunately, that obviously hasn't happened.
So here's the thing. I think, regardless of what happens over the next 2 to 3 months, regardless of what happens, by next August, September, Bitcoin will be at 180.
Yeah, I think we'll be higher.
Right.
Like I
So
say, I don't think we're in a bear. I think we're in a pullback in a broader bull cycle. And like you said earlier, effectively you could say every bear market has just been a bigger sustained pullback within a bull cycle.
yeah, and I feel like we can call it a bear because there's every chance we touch 69. Every chance.
Possibly.
Right. 69 is the former all-time
Prior
high.
high, yeah.
And we generally go just below the prior all-time high.
Yeah.
There's a good chance in the next few weeks we go just below 70. We might touch like 65 or something like that.
I think if this is the bear within it, And effectively, you want to be using, and this is assuming you haven't got some sort of income and you need to protect your capital, you need to be using every dead cat bounce that we get to exit positions you don't want to hold.
Only if you think that you're going to have to hold them for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, exactly. Or
See,
if you've got,
I
if
don't
you
think
haven't
this
got
bear
income
market,
and you
I don't
need to
think
protect your capital, then you need to be getting out effectively.
if you think we're going to have, if we don't have a prolonged bear, which we can't possibly have,
Yeah.
then the bear won't last long enough for those alts to die. Those alts generally die because of the time of depression. Like the depression lasts 18 months, which is like 18 years in crypto life.
Yeah.
So because the depression lasts that long, that's why you get PIVX has died, Dash has died, and the price action on these things is gone because you've had enough time for new technologies to come along, for new DeFi to sprout, for this to sprout, for that to sprout. If we get from top to bottom in 3 months, I wouldn't turn around and say, oh, well, Solana has had time to die. Or I wouldn't turn around and say Chainlink has had time to die because they haven't had time to be replaced. So exit the positions, yes, but I don't think it's as vital as it was previously when a bear market would freeze all of the altcoins or some of the altcoins would freeze to death price wise.
Because the other thing that people may do is that they'll go, oh, I'll hold this asset and buy it on dips, like if and when we fall. So something like Avalanche from last cycle that did really well. If you've bought down here and you didn't sell over this and you're holding this here, you're thinking, shit, like I'm only, even if you timed the bottom really well, right, you're probably only up about 80%, something like that, 50, 60%. Like realistically, if we're in a bear market here, I wouldn't want to be only Avalanche here. Like on any rallies of this, back to 27, 20, wherever we may go, even 19, I'd likely be exiting. And it all comes down to specific assets. Like ICP, another weird one. Like I probably wouldn't want to be owning that here. ENS, no, I'd probably touch that. Ethereum Classic, wouldn't be owning that. Not interested. Litecoin, for me, no, but technically it looks okay.
Litecoin's okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the big thing is total crypto market cap. So do you know you just said, so prior cycle, so this is 2017, and the bear market of the last cycle literally tagged the top.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
What have we just done? On 2 occasions, actually, we've tagged this prior high.
Yeah.
Once here in March 25.
Yeah.
And then now.
Yeah.
So this is effectively another line in the sand that you need to watch. Call it 2.6 trillion level.
It's almost as if we've already had 2 bear markets during this bull market.
What? So this pullback here and this pullback.
January to April, was it, earlier this year, felt like a bear market.
Yeah.
The 3 months that followed it felt like a bull market. These next 3 months after
feel like a bear market again.
Back to a bear market. And each time we kissed the previous high.
Yeah.
Cycles changed.
Yeah.
Cycles changed.
And this is why I think it's so specific, like so specific for everyone's individual thing. Like there's no broad answer for anyone here. Like
Not
realistically.
Anymore. Not anymore.
I'm sorry, but we can't be of help unless we actually know you. Because everyone's at different stages. Because like if you haven't got a job, your whole job in a bear market is to protect your capital and to have capital to deploy when you think's appropriate.
Yeah.
Like that is the whole point of a bear market. And like I started putting some money aside in my little bear market bag, but prices are so cheap, I've been deploying.
I feel like that kind of backs up my theory, your behavior, because I'm saying we're in a bear market, you're saying we're not, but you're acting like we are because prices are suggesting
in the short term, I think this is a buying opportunity.
Yeah.
but for me, like, even if we were to continue to go lower, like realistically, it doesn't bother me because all I know is
it's still a buying opportunity.
Yeah, for me is.
Yeah.
I know if someone's in their 60s and they've just gone and sold the house and put it into Bitcoin and bought at 110, is now down to 87, right? You're thinking, shit, like, this was an awful trade. Like, why did I go all in? Right?
I think that's very short termist. You've
yeah,
actually been
it
very
is.
unlucky to have gone and
But
done
this,
that.
so I was listening to a podcast the other day. Who was it? I can't remember who it was now. But some guy come on and bless his heart, he was honest with the fella that was on the stream. Actually, it might have been one that Sim did. Anyway, some guy was talking about he just sold his house or something, or remortgaged his house. Anyway, he put a large sum of money and did like 5x leverage, and he's like underwater, big. And I was thinking, like, fucking hell, like, bless him, he's probably like feeling it,
bricking it.
I then, after that, I was like talking to ChatGPT, and it reckons like there's millions of people in that same boat. So people have just seen X or sentiment news, ETF news. Bitcoin's gone from 15 to 110. In the next 10 years, Bitcoin likely goes to 1 million.
Yeah.
But rather than buying spot, they've gone on to Hyperliquid or Asta or whatever it is, Binance.
Yeah.
And they've gone levered long.
Yeah.
When you don't need to.
Yeah.
And now they're fucked.
Luckily, when Bitcoin first came on the scene, you couldn't lever long. There weren't these tools for you to go and casino your house away. I think it's a tough one for the guy. I do. Because most people who do get into crypto, they do sit underwater for a year or so. Like,
oh yeah,
don't think you could just come here and just
it's all
get
right,
rich
mate.
and leave.
I mean, I'm in a fart coin levered long at the minute, right? And I've been underwater for pretty much since I've started entering, right? And I've put it out on the group on the Crypto Waffle Light. Very irresponsible of me, by the way, because I've said no stop loss, liquidate me. Like, that's my stop loss, to liquidate the account.
You never do that as well.
I've blown up once, and that was on BitGet, but it was only like $200. It wasn't like a lot. That was when I first started dabbling in the leverage trade arena.
You realised you won't do that anymore.
Yeah, but then I'm happy to do it now because I think the risk to reward here of buying far at these levels, if I can hold that levered long for a while, and because we've just had that massive flush in October, by using just a 2x leverage, I think actually going down the line, that could be a very profitable trade. Yes. Hence why I'm sitting on it. And my liquidation price is whenever it liquidates me.
Creeping up on you.
Yeah. I think I've got about another $150 of margin or something. So I don't know what let me see if I can see it. Does it say my liquidation price? So my liquidation price is 4 cents.
You're one errant tweet from Donald Trump away from being liquidated.
Who knows? If it does, it was funny, wasn't
it? Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right?
What was it we said in one of the episodes? It's only money.
It's only money. It's only money. So yeah, I think it's if you're in it to win it now, I think if you can strap them on, now is a great time to be buying.
And spot. Can we make that clear? Buying spot, yeah? Or if you don't want to try spot and you are trying to do a bit of levered long in, low leverage and have an isolated margin. Don't use cross.
Yeah.
Because if you're using cross margin, you can wipe out your whole account.
Yeah.
Isolate it to a certain amount.
Yeah.
100%. So then if people are trying to protect their capital in a bear market, how would you go about doing that? Or how would you go about protecting your capital in a bear market? So you've managed to, let's say we've had a dead cat bounce, Bitcoin go back to 95. You thought, right, okay, I'm getting out. How are you protecting that capital whilst we're waiting for prices to come lower?
Mixture, USDC, USDT, and Bitcoin.
And just doing nothing with them, just leaving them there? So you won't maybe put them somewhere you get a bit of yield or whatever?
No.
Not worth the risk?
Not worth the risk.
Yeah, agreed. I would say exactly the same.
Not worth the risk, no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The only one I would do would be I would stake ETH if I held it.
Okay.
If I held it, I would stake ETH.
And isn't there a limit to how many ETH you can stake? Or is that just to be a validator?
Yeah, to be a validator, you need to stake.
Is it 25 ETH?
32.
32
It was,
ETH.
but now you can stake with any amount.
Right.
That
Okay.
was that was in the old days. Now you can stake with any amount. And
Okay.
yeah, so that would be the only thing I would do would be stake ETH.
Other than that, just sitting in USDT, sitting in USDC, sitting in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So if you were, let's say you've managed to do that successfully through this phase, what sort of signals would you be looking for to get into stuff, i.e. to start deploying?
Price is under 70k. Bitcoin under 70k.
Yeah, I'd be looking for the mate text or how are you doing? I've heard that it's down big.
I got one today.
Did you?
I got one today. But do you know what? The guy who I got one from, like, he's well smart. Like, he's proper clever. So I think he's so dialed in. He's like preempted. He's just ahead of the pack. Yeah. So I got one today. When I saw that, I was like, yo.
What did he say?
Bottoms in. He was like, I hope you're all right. I've seen the price of Bitcoin. ! I was like, bottoms in, lads. like bottom signal. And I always get those. Even though, like, discussed with the same guy when Bitcoin was at 50k, like last year or whenever it was. And said, oh, it'll be silly this time next year. And this time next year has come around and we're at like 80 odd. But we've been to 120 and he knows it. So he's like, I've seen the price, bloody hell, you're okay. Like, obviously you had like 40% of your net worth wiped out.
Yeah, I'd be looking for that. I'd be looking for fear and greed index to be super low.
I'd be looking at all-time lows. So all-time low is 10 and it's currently at 12.
I mean, I'd also be looking for no news, like literally it being dead. Like crypto Twitter, nothing. No one wants to talk about it. I'd be looking for that sort of stuff.
What about like massive events? Like
if someone blew up.
This time round, I've been saying Michael Saylor.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
no, I know you don't.
I think they could use the headline. They could definitely use the headlines to their advantage to get cheaper prices.
Yeah, or maybe it'll be the quantum computing thing. Maybe some Chinese lab will say, by the way, we've almost done it, and we are Chinese, so you lot are scared of us already. That comes out. Bitcoin goes to 50k. Then you buy everything. At that point, I start to sell my Bitcoin and I move a portion into Solana, Sui, leverage trades on Tau, Deepbook, Doge.
Yeah,
I'd buy PivX. I buy some of the Dino coins this time around.
So, if we're in a bear market low, right? What are you looking to pick up as well?
Yeah, those ones.
I would actually look at it differently to what I would. So last cycle through the bear market, and it's probably the most painful. I'm lucky I did Bitcoin, ETH, and some other bigger L1s. But after witnessing this cycle, I'd definitely be allocating 60% of said capital just to Bitcoin for the majority of the first part of the bull run.
Hoping that we get the exact same outcome as we got last time.
Not hoping. It's kind of proven in Bitcoin dominance that usually for the first couple of years of the bull run or a run, whatever you want to call it, Bitcoin outperforms most things. Now, obviously, you always get something that outperforms it, i.e. this cycle, XRP possibly has, depending on when your price was. Doge potentially, depending on when you got in. What else was there? Hype. Solana, if you manage to get
those are all
$10.
Risks, right? Those are all risks. There's no risk with Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, they're high-risk plays. But I think I definitely, if we were looking to allocate towards the bottom end of a bear market, I'd be putting 50-60% of that capital in Bitcoin and then allocating the rest to where I think would move or what the narratives could be.
How do you feel about this for an idea, right? We had a great run with Bitcoin this time round, but that was because Bitcoin was the only asset.
Well, we're talking like it's over.
Well,
we had.
I feel like it's done, right? So I feel like we're getting ready. I feel like we're getting ready for the next bull market, which will be next year.
Right.
If we consider that Bitcoin was the only asset that had an ETF, and this cycle, although it didn't outperform everything, for my money, I feel like it did outperform everything, because if you take everything as a group and you take Bitcoin as a group, I think Bitcoin done better than everything else for the most part.
On the overall crypto sphere.
On the overall crypto, right. So Bitcoin done better. So chances are, if you just sat in Bitcoin, you would have done better than if you tried to play the market. Chances are.
Yeah.
Now, that was because Bitcoin was the only one that had an ETF.
Yeah.
Now, this time round, it won't be the only one that has an ETF. However, not everybody has an ETF. So let's say SUI doesn't have an ETF, but Solana does. Do you think that although SUI should outperform Solana, the fact that it doesn't have an ETF and isn't available for the boomers in their 401ks, that the ETF products all do better than the non-ETF products again?
No. And I'd use that ETF example as a reason for me to go even longer or even more so towards SUI against Sol.
Because it doesn't have an ETF.
Yeah, and they can't have it. So what they can't have, they want to try and get.
Okay.
So if everyone's going Sol and you're looking at stuff like SUI, I'd be straight away, oh yeah, SUI all day.
SUI, yeah. Okay.
Because all the crypto OGs will be doing the same thing. They'll be, why am I touching that? Well, all the boomers can touch when I can touch this.
Also, you could buy it on ETF news. So you could buy it saying, oh, I'm going to get SUI now.
Yeah,
so
and who knows if
ETF news comes along.
Happy days.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we've got a lot to look forward to, and it's exciting because this time it is different.
So I mean, for any young followers, or not young followers, actually, scrap that. Ignore I said that. For any followers that are watching, right, and if they do think we're in a bear, I can tell you from experience, and I've only say this because I've done it myself. Go out there and as much money as possible and get as much money into the markets as you can. Because it is ridiculous how fast and how quickly your portfolio will be at all-time highs next bull market. Like crazy quick. If you can get your good average prices in the likes of, say, Hype, Doge, ETH, like some of these things, you'll be miles ahead of the rest. Miles ahead of the rest.
The money is made on the buy, not on the sell.
Yeah. But then again, to wrap up, Crypto C thinks we're in the bear. I think we're in a correction within a broader bull market. So I don't think we're in a bear market. I think where we are now is an opportunity.
I think that what you're saying is impossible to refute because, of course, we're in a broader bull market.
I know you could argue that we've been in a broader bull market since 2010.
Forever. It's always going to be a bull market until they stop printing.
But I think a true bear market to me is literally a 40+% correction.
Okay.
But then again, I also believe that going forward, from a macro point of view, and I said this in my, I've said this for a while now, I think we are in a hyper volatile regime. Because listening to Steno Research and Jam Quas on Real Vision the other day, is they were saying 2026 is going to be hyper volatile, i.e. we're going to see massive ups and massive downs. So going forward, and it goes back to the age-old saying of HODL within crypto, and for anyone that doesn't know what that means, it stands for hold on for dear life. I think it's literally you buy quality assets, you do nothing, you don't lose your coins. That's the bottom line.
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Do you think we see sub 70k Bitcoin before we see new all-time highs?
Possibly, but if we see it, I think it's because of an event. I don't think it will just be. I don't think it will be like we've just witnessed, where we've just had price action come down and no news.
Do you think we could stay below 70 for more than 2 weeks before we hit new all-time highs? So, like, I guess we could get a black swan, dip down there like we did
If we
October
get,
10th, and shoot back up.
depending on the black swan, we could get some sort of V reversal because Fed has to pivot monetary policy or whatever it is. If we're in a bear, I'd expect to be down below 70 for more than 2 weeks. I expect to be down there for probably 4 months, 5 months to build some sort of base before then pushing higher.
Okay. Yeah, so you're for you to call it a bear, it has to be pretty drastic. I don't think, I don't think we'll get anything that drastic. I think
but even if we get something drastic, we know the game.
Printer turns on.
Exactly. So all you've got to do is make sure you're holding high quality assets. That's literally it.
I heard a new term the other day, price emotional. Someone was banding around in a Telegram group. They said the problem with these people here is that they're all price emotional. Which, by the way, I'm going to quickly do us because I know we've run over time. We've been yapping.
We're well over.
Like no one's business today. But there's a project which has come to life because the owner of it has decided that he's going to attack Twitter and just start posting like a crazy man.
Twitter?
Yeah, like just go on there and just be like tap. But it's a project that I think I've mentioned before, but it's this one. It's a project called Sentinel P2P. Market cap's 5 million.
Sentinel.
Yeah, I was an advisor when this project first took off. So I'm going to say, you see that part of its run, I'm going to say that part was me, although that was just the bull market. And then after that, it just fell away.
So once you left, the project went downhill.
Oh, of course. It always happens. Always happens. And I generally leave at the top of the bull market because I go and buy a yacht and then I'm away at sea for a little while. Yeah. And then it fell away. But
is that DVP, that one?
Yes, DVPN.
Yeah.
So that one I think is a good one to have a look at for the time being. 5 million market cap. I don't think.
See, if I think we're in a bear market, you wouldn't touch that at all because it's pretty much on the lows.
Oh, it's absolutely dead.
Yeah, so I just wouldn't touch it.
So the reason why I think it's worth touching is because fundamentally, which doesn't matter for much in crypto at the moment, I know, but fundamentally, these guys have got some really good. Let me share my screen. Some really good technology. So what they've got is almost like a deep-in project, but it doesn't have the pizzazz of a lot of the other deep-in projects. Right. But it was a deep-in project before there were deep-in projects. And it gives you what is a truly decentralized VPN for a start, which is better than any VPN you can go and pay for, because eventually they're going to have to give away your information, be it at the barrel of the gun or not. It's even better from a privacy perspective than Tor. I will go on out on a limb, to say. And they've got, because they can sell their bandwidth, they've got the ability to provide bandwidth for data scraping and AI access. So provide bandwidth to AI, all those types of things. So if they can manage to find themselves in a position where they start to supply projects other than Helium, who I think they're working with at the moment, then I think that this little tiny project grows some actual legs.
Okay.
So that one I think is one to watch. Dead as it is, I think it's one to watch. Amidst what could possibly be the alt season of all alt seasons, as and when we see it.
Well, it's on the I think we've talked about it briefly before, but it's on the Crypto Waffle Gems of the Week watch list.
Yeah. So I would have said about it before. It's one of those ones that when it does, if it ever does wake up, I look like a genius because I called it when it was really low and no one cares. But until it does, it's like, this guy's mental. Why does he keep talking about this dead project?
Yeah.
Um,
So it may be worth a little punt.
it's hard to get hold of as well because only on osmosis.
Really?
So, yeah. Yeah.
That makes you want it even more.
Yeah, it's only on osmosis and KuCoin. And the depth of the market on KuCoin, oh, this can't be right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's absolutely no liquidity as well, by the way. Depth of the market on KuCoin is $140 for 2% here or there.
It's not even showing me on CoinGecko.
Yeah, it's P2P. Look for P2P.
Oh, you just search for P2P.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Searching Sentinel, nothing's coming up.
No, they changed their name.
Yeah, Osmosis and KuCoin. That's kind of
Crazy.
crazy.
Look at the KuCoin 2% depth.
Yeah, it's nuts. $158.
It's nothing. So if people decide to buy this bad boy with that level of liquidity,
it's only a 5 million market cap. I might have to throw something in there.
well, don't throw in more than $150, otherwise you're going to move the price, mate.
Damn it! I was going to do 160.
But yeah, so I do like that project. I do think that there is and also that I think that they've got a real communication problem, whereby they've got really good technology and they are just not telling their story. Their marketing is out.
Yeah,
their marketing is not great. That could change with one decent influencer on board.
Definitely. Yeah, if they have some good news narratives pick up, we could be away there.
Quids in.
Right, let's do predictions, seeing as we're over at the moment and will likely continue to go over. Last week, remind us where we were when we called these predictions for Bitcoin.
93K.
So we were at 93. You very sensibly went with what, 188? Oh, sorry, 88.
89.
89K, and then I went with 103. Probably a bit early. But well done, sir. We reached your target and beyond. We actually went all the way down to 80.
But we came back and we are almost perfectly sitting at 89.
Yeah. So 1-0. Again, for Eve, you nailed it, sir. So at the time of calling it, where were we?
3,000.
Your target was 2,600.
Yeah.
And we went to a low of 2,620. So that's another one for you. Again, my call was probably a bit early. Hype.
Oh no.
Where were we at the time of
37.
prediction? Oh, I predicted, what was it, 30? 31?
32.
Oh, 32. We actually went to a low of about 30 and then bounced. So we're currently bang on where I said.
Literally.
So 2-1 still.
You've got to do that when you get it right.
Yeah. 2-1.
No, Alex, you've got to do that when you get it right.
I can't see you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm doing this.
Oh, that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Couldn't see. Come on.
Yeah.
2-1. Tau. Another one to you, sir.
280.
3-1. We literally went to around 260 and then have bounced. Uniswap, we both got, what's that, 4-1? 4-2.
Yeah, 620. Look at us.
Come on. Spot on. We're currently just above target now. And then finally, this is a trade from a couple of weeks back, but we will cover in a second. Yes. So our trades, we both had Tau and Uni. So I don't know. And full recap, I believe we still have Tau open. correct?
Yeah, we've both still got both of them.
And Uni Open, and 50% of my Uni 1 position closed at 620, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Lovely stuff. But let's go on to predictions this week. So which assets, sir, do we want alongside Bitcoin ETH this week? Is Circle, you able to buy Circle on Hype yet?
No.
Oh, what a shame.
What is it? CIR? What would Circle?
CRCL.
Oh, hold on.
No way.
Yeah, you can.
Right. Well, I want that one this week. That's in the predictions list because I've been looking at this for my ISA.
Okay.
I am yet to buy, but I think we could be in the process of starting to form some sort of bottom. From peak to trough, we've been down 78%, call it 80%, whatever you'd like. But I'm interested here. I am interested.
It's interesting that you can actually buy these now.
Can you buy them levered, or does it have to be spot?
No, you can buy it levered up
Perfect.
to 3x.
Boom, boom. That's all we need. So what else do we want alongside Circle, Bitcoin, and ETH as of current?
The only issue with Circle levered long or short is you can only put up to $1 million. So.
Oh, that's a bit small for us, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's a bit small.
We were looking to put $1 billion or so on.
Yeah.
Right. What do we think?
So we've got Bitcoin, ETH, Circle.
Yeah.
Let's go for.
You know what? I'm thinking pump, but I just want to have a quick look.
Oh, if we go pump, I'm long in it.
Where are we? Ooh. Ooh. What else is on the list? Let's have a look. Biggest losers over the last 7 days. Canton.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, look at that. It's actually hit your target over the week just gone.
Yeah. But it didn't go up high enough for us to get into that short, did it?
No, unfortunately not.
I think it's a dog, that one.
Can we do Canton for a limit trade? Because I'm thinking.
I think we should leave that one alone. I think it's a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an
okay.
A VC coin, so I think they'll move it to wherever they want to move it.
What about Zcash again? How does that look?
Did we not do Zcash a couple of weeks ago?
I believe we did.
Yeah, we did.
No, I don't like the look of that. What else do we want this week?
What about PopCat?
Actually, I was going to say PopCat, and I was going to actually just say Doge because we discussed the ETF. So if we add PopCat in, and we add, how many do we normally do? 5.
5, yeah. So PopCat and Doge rounds us off.
But do I want pump or not?
Well, we've got PopCat, so you can either have Doge or pump. Both of them are long-term longs at these prices. Short-term, I'm not sure. What are you looking at, Kat?
Okay, I'm going to do Doge. Right. So, Bitcoin, sir, where do you think we will be by next Monday?
Very, very difficult.
Where do you think?
Oh, this is very difficult.
We are going to be having some resistance in the call it 91 to 94 area. Can I say 96?
You can.
Actually, I think that it's 94. Let's do 94. Is that appropriate?
Yep.
Okay, we're at 94.
Yeah, by the time you say 94, you might as well have said 96. If we get through 94.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we actually get through. We could just wick up.
Okay.
But I think the bounce is on. As long as TradFi behaves, I think the bounce could be on. What do you think, sir? 89?
81.
You reckon we're going back down to the lows?
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, wow, far too far.
Pain's not finished yet.
Okay. If you say so. On ETH, I'm going to go with last week's target of 3.4.
I'm going to go with 2.6 again then.
I think 2.6 is a bit close. It's only $300.
All right, 2.5.
Is that a bit close? I mean, it's a 10% move.
2.5 then. I'll go 2.5.
2.5. Okay. I'll allow that.
And what have you gone for? 3 what?
3.4, I think it was.
Yeah, well, that's only 400.
What's that percent-wise? 15% move. And what did you say yours was? 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15% move in either direction. That's equal.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Circle.
Oh, yeah, this is a stock. This is a stable coin stock. You know what? I reckon I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say we could fill this gap,
Back to 85?
95.
Oh, stop it.
I think that could be a bit bold, though. I am...
crazy talk.
That could be crazy for a week, couldn't it?
Yeah. Crazy talk.
All right, I'll say 85.
Yeah. I'm going to join you.
More sensible. But I think we could definitely see a bounce here.
I love that I can now own stocks.
Boom, boom. Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Popcat, as we call it, Bumbercat.
This thing has been clarted. God, I'm glad I got out of my bloody Popcat when I did. Holy.
Do you remember when I said that I think Popcat just dies and goes away now?
Yeah, that was ages ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it has died and gone away.
I mean, we're in some sort of... I mean, if this is a falling wedge, holy hell, when that breaks, going to see some mad moves. But yeah, what do you think for next week, sir?
30% drop from here.
Oh, you got a bullish divergence. No, you haven't. Ignore me.
7.
7 cents.
Yeah.
Christ, that's all the way down there. How big a percent drop did you say that was?
30%. A big old drop.
That is a fair old drop. I'm really not sure on this one. Could we see some follow through? Well, we got a lower low on price. Equal lows on RSI. Let's just have a look at our cheat sheet. Equal lows. And what did we have higher? Lower highs, lower lows on price. Oh, look, lower lows on price, equal heights on indicator means a weak bullish divergence. Ugh. So let's use that to our advantage. Can I say 14 cents?
You can.
Or is that not? Is that
It's
not far
massive,
enough?
40%.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
It's
Yeah, we'll have a bit of that.
Go on then.
14 cents. Come on. The Bulls are back in town. And Doge, sir. I did pick some of this up. I can't remember when. Somewhere back here, I think.
Yeah.
Or here.
I
Can't
don't.
remember.
Doge can't fall much further than this. I want to say 13, but that's kind of close, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go 18. Can I do 17.8?
Well, I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to do 13 then.
17.8 for me, please. And then you're saying 13.8.
Yeah. Which is quite
Oh,
close.
that's where my line is. That's where my magic line is. We've already been here before.
Oh, we're going back, sir. Double bottom.
You reckon?
Yeah. And then off to the races.
Christ, look at our other targets a while ago. We weren't far off, though.
Hope the good old days. The thing is, from
Yeah.
here back to 30 is an easy double up.
I know, sir. We're not done yet. Right, so over to you, sir, for our hyperliquid. Let's have a look at those monies.
Shmoney. We were higher the other day, but we didn't put a vote on. So we've retraced a little bit since then.
So first of all, before we close any, are we sure we want to close them?
Yes.
Or do we want to move stop losses into profit and leave them open?
I think we should close them. I'm not.
Because I've already taken partials on uni, bear in mind.
Yeah, you have. And Tau is just, I'm happy with what we've got out of it. I can't see
Okay.
it.
Yeah, happy to close.
Can't see it go much further.
Show me the money.
Okay, so our current position, we are now $127.
Wallop.
Up 27. Our trade history is been all positive recently.
Good, good. That's what we like to see.
The Asta long closed, so we hit our tap out there, but we collected earlier. We collected money, I think, twice on Asta.
Yeah, we did.
Because we rolled it up, we took some out, and then we moved our thing there. So Asta's done well for us. We're on a bit of a roll. I think that is.
I reckon this week's going to be harder, you know.
I think it's well hard this week.
Yeah, I think this week's a lot harder.
Yeah. I think one of ours should be a
limit.
A limit, yeah. Because generally, in a time like this, I would not put on anything. Do you know what I'm going to do? My one will probably be a Bitcoin short.
Bitcoin short here at 88.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking of saying doing the Bitcoin as the limit one.
Okay.
I.e., we have a limit at my target or around my target, say 90, 92, maybe 91.
Yeah.
And then a take profit at yours at 81.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to do it the other way around.
No.
But I think we most likely bounce first, then come back down.
Yeah, because we've done most of that upward move already.
Yeah.
We've gone up from 81 to 88. So 88 to 92 and then back down.
So you reckon a limit order at 92 and then a stop loss at what? I don't know, what, 98?
Stop loss at like 94.
94, that's tight.
95? Well, let's do it. Let's put it in and see.
Okay, so they have a limit order to execute short at 92. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a stop loss at, should we say 96?
Stop loss at 96 or 95?
Yeah, what's that percentage wise if we put 96? It's only
Sorry.
it's only 13%. I think that's
Yeah,
all right.
but 13% is a lot in Bitcoin terms.
We need a little leeway though.
Yeah, fair. All right,
And
take
then
profit.
your target of 81, is it?
3x.
Do 2x. We've got to be sensible with this capital now.
Say, mama never raised no pussy.
Plus, this is our limit, so we can be a bit lenient.
Yeah, fair.
Right, it's the next two which I think are going to be difficult. Because these are ones that we've got to put on.
Where's my order? Abash. Okay, next two.
Which one are you taking?
What, are we going to do 3 this week then?
Oh, you just want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay. I'm thinking. See, the trouble is though, with just one more. Well, I don't know, because we're literally polar opposites again.
Not on Circle, we're not.
Oh, we're both okay. So let's do Circle then, because we're both of the opinion that should go up. So let's do Circle.
This is also our first TradFi pick of our careers. So
yes, it is indeed.
We could be 100% on our TradFi picks if we get this right. Oh.
What's that? You want to do market buy as well, not limit, by the way.
That'll be why. No, why is it not? It's not actually showing us any order value or anything.
Can we not do it?
Trading is on isolated margin only. Okay, yeah. Isolated.
Confirm. Oh, do we need to have USD H in the account? So it says swap.
Okay. Where does it see it say swap?
You see on the right hand side, it says if you go down to where you normally put, that one there.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So we'll swap.
What was it? $12, and if you put it on 2x,
20. We normally do, don't we?
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got to transfer USDT to spot, and then you've got to swap it again. And now we can put it on.
Yeah.
100% of it. Get it all on.
Whack it on. What is USDH? Is that hyperliquid stablecoin?
Must be. Whatever it is, we're using it.
Yeah, it's got to all go. Right, okay. Whack it all on. Take profit.
Our target, should we say 84? Was it 85, sorry?
85, yeah. Boy.
And then a stop loss, fresh lows at 64.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy with that?
Yes, I am. Whack it in.
Place order.
Let's go.
Boom. Boom, boom, shake the room.
Okay. I like that.
Right, now we're going to take a quick journey over to, let me have a look what's available.
Polymarché.
Yeah, we're going to go to Bucharest. We're now in sunny Bucharest, as you can see. And here's our poly market. So we have, and I don't know if anyone remembers from last week, we put on what will Trump say during his McDonald's speech, the McDonald's summit on November the 17th. And we betted on him saying affordable or affordability more than 3 times, and he did. So we have a 42% profit on our bet. So we will claim our rewards. I unlock that, so I'll do that after. Fuck. Where's it gone now? What's going on, mate? What's going on, bruv? Right, we'll do that again in a minute. Oh, but then it's not going to let me do it either, is it? Right, let me stop. I need to sign back in. I can't believe it signed me out again. I hate it when it signs me out. I don't even know the bloody password off by heart.
Good old Phantom wallet.
It's a pain in the arse. Right, we're back in. I can share screens. You might have seen my email about a free pair of pants I ordered. I had to cancel my subscription. Right, we're back. So we're processing that. Yeah, sign. Thank you. That just funds should be in our wallet soon. By the looks of it, they already are. And our current position, so on the big news, is so we placed bets on the Fed to cut 25 basis points a while ago. And then for whatever reason, last week we had a massive whipsaw. It went from a 76% chance of no change and to a 22% chance of a 25 basis points cut to now the complete opposite. And we've got an 80% chance of a 25 basis points cut and 20% chance of no change.
Well, that changes everything.
Yes, sir. So do we think, we're currently, just to let everybody know, we're up 76% on this bet. Do we take our original back?
Yes.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do this. Oh, no, that's cash out. We don't want to cash out. Or do we cash out? Do we take the 76% with all our glory? I'm actually leaning towards that, you know. So that's still a pretty decent return, isn't it?
Yeah, we're real close to it. It's different.
Yeah, we're a couple bucks off. We've made 3.
Yeah, take it.
Right, let's cash out. Let's take that. Boom, boom. Thank you very much. I know other bets are looking like this at the moment. Is there anything? Go on.
Both of last week's bets have come in good for us then, yeah?
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
So is there anything? So do you think maybe, because we've had this whipsaw effect, it was worth hedging and actually going for no change now?
Well, the argument was no change because there's no data. No data, no change.
Yeah, but it's only because I believe one of the Fed chairs, and I can't remember his name, came out and mentioned there may be necessary, or it may be necessary to have an early cut still, which is why we've had this complete change again.
In that case, yeah.
So do you think we buy some no changes?
I think it's a long shot, but it's probably worth it. A small punt.
A little $1.50?
Yeah, go
or
on.
$1?
Go on then. Throw $1 at it. Because we just made 3. We can give them 1 back.
Yeah. What did that say? Oh, yeah. Confirm. Thank you very much. Bet on. Right. Boom. Is there anything else we want? Will Trump release Epstein files? What's the date on that?
By December 31st.
See, I don't reckon he's released them at all, to be honest.
He's never going to release them. Give that.
Do you reckon this is overpriced?
Yes.
So you want to buy some no's?
Yes, but I know with all the money we have.
No.
He never releases those files. Never happens.
I think he would, though, you know.
There's no chance.
I think he might do that after, say, midterms or something.
There's no chance. There's no chance.
What do we want to put on this?
He had his whole presidency the first time round, all the presidency.
My God, 157? Not a chance. Do you want to put $1.57 or $1 on it?
What does it round it up to?
Why has it logged me out again, Jeff? Say that again, sorry.
What do we need to round up to?
I don't know. It's logged me out again. I have to log back in. Why is it doing this? I'm on it, for God's sake. Bloody Bucharest connection.
Yeah, internet must be sketchy in Bucharest.
I'll have to speak to my landlord.
But apparently, Andrew Tate lives out there, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Maybe.
Right, so we want to buy some no's, yeah?
Yeah, go on then.
$1.57 to round us
Oh,
to 92.
easy money.
Okay. What else is there? Anything by next week? Man United Everton. That's
Well,
tonight,
looky
8
there.
o'clock. What are we thinking?
Um,
Oh, look, they've got more bets now. You've got some both teams to score, total over under goals, spreads. I reckon United do them, you know.
yeah, go on then.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Cheeky dollar?
cheeky dollar. Let's have it.
Love this. That's pure gambling, that one there.
It's pure gambling.
What else is there? Ukraine to agree to US approval plan. Will Trump say at the Thanksgiving turkey part? Oh, we had a good on this last time, so let's do this again. What will Trump say? The Thanksgiving turkey pardon on Tuesday. Oh, okay, that's tomorrow. Lovely. Gobble waddle 10 times. Job 5+. Big beautiful bill. Farmers. Oh, farmers a shout. That's a shout. I like that one.
Yeah, but
Ballroom
that's the
tariff
78. Is that
honey.
78 already?
Yeah, Putin's. He's not going to mention that.
What did we win on last time? Wasn't it affordable?
Affordability, affordable.
Go on then.
No, we can't do that. At McDonald's, it makes sense, but not a Thanksgiving.
Listen, I think that the turkey should be affordable. I like the affordable turkey. It's the best, most
Here
affordable
goes a gobble,
turkey
gobble, wobble.
I've ever seen in my life. Affordable turkey. Yeah, go on. I reckon we should do affordable again. Double down.
You reckon?
Yeah. Because he only has to say it once.
Affordability / affordable.
And we know he doesn't have a massive vocabulary.
Okay. What do we want? Another dollar? Or $1.95 to round us to 83?
No, 95 cents then.
I think you got to do a dollar minimum.
We'll have a look. Or maybe you just got a gambling problem. Well,
I think
see, there you go.
dollar minimum.
No, not $1.95 on that.
145.
Okay, that is a
Yeah.
bet. Yeah. Where do we get to watch these speeches?
I don't know, but I totally forgot about the other one until I logged on and saw. What's this? Pardon.
We've done enough now. We've done 3.
What's nothing ever happens November? What's this?
Nothing ever happens.
This market result, no, if any of the following conditions are met. Zahan Mandami loses the New York Fed election. US Venezuela military engages. Xi Jinping out. Nuclear weapon detonates. Well, that's highly unlikely, isn't it?
Yeah. None of those will happen.
No, I don't like that one. Anything else? AI bubble burst. Oh, here we go. No, that's not happening. No.
No.
What is their rules, though? For clarity, within 90 days of this market's specified time frame means blah, blah, blah.
How did they decide if the bubbles burst? What does that mean? Oh, like Palantir.
It's all 3. So it's saying, where is it say? For example, with a December 31st, 26 deadline, if event A occurs on January the 10th, event B occurs on the 5th, and event C occurs on March the 3rd, this will qualify because all 3 fall within one 90-day span. But what are the events then?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, Jeff.
No, I don't like that one. But as you said, I think that will be enough. So just to clarify, the ones we've put on this week are Man United to win this evening. No change. We've hedged with some no changes now in the Fed interest rate hike in the December meeting. And again, in one of Trump's speeches, the turkey pardon, we've gone with affordable / affordability, which we nailed in the McDonald's speech. And then finally, Trump to not release the Epstein files by December 31st.
Yeah.
A little recap. There are current bets. It's what they're sitting at. This is our portfolio and current cash holdings. So that wraps up this week, ladies and gents.
Congratulations on making it to the end. This is one of our longest episodes ever.
Yeah, if you're still here, thank you very much.
Trying to get Jeffrey from Pivex on next week. If not, I'm going to try and get the guy from Dash, Joel. I'm going to message him during this week. We'll see if we can get him on. If we can't get him on, we'll see if we can get the guy from Firo on. But we need a guest.
Yeah, I still need to try and get Ricky on, actually. Let me reach out to Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm meant to be meeting him in December anyway, so...
Yeah, let's see who we can get on.
All right, then. Well, it's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see you next week, 6 o'clock. Adios.
Peace out.
Boom, boom.